After leaving South Dakota, we headed into Nebraska. A quick stop for gas and ice cream.
Really sweet and barbecue.
And then we were on to our next stop. Pappa Moon Vineyards, our harvest host for the night.
Yeah, it's like a cat sculpture. I think there's fish in there, but I also saw like a turtle or something.
We checked out the grounds for a little bit before heading into the tasting room to meet our hosts, Brian, the owner,
Far from here, right?
No, it's a couple hours. Yeah. 3-4 hours maybe.
and Murphy, the friendly dog.
4? No, I was just corrected 4. She gets lots of exercise, so she's usually pretty calm.
That's great.
We tried a couple of flights of the cider, and Brian made us a couple delicious paninis before we turned in to the sounds of the coyotes yelping in the fields. The next morning, we added a couple of new stickers to the motorhome.
Right here.
Right there looks good. Cave National Park. Pappa Moon. Pappa Moon. We have quite a few stickers.
And then we headed across town to Bluff National Monument.
Is that the Oregon Trail?
That's the Pony Express. I think it followed the Oregon Trail though.
The Visitors Center had a lot of interesting exhibits about how the 800-foot-high Scotts Bluff was used as a marker for immigrants heading west that let them know they were 2/3 of the way along the trail. And about how American Indian tribes used the land before immigrants pushed them out.
Sad. Look at the horrible history. You know that?
America.
It's awful.
That's cool. It shows the adobe bricks in the wall.
There is also an outdoor exhibit right along an old stretch of the Oregon Trail with the ranger showing the various wagons and supplies carried by immigrants.
Primarily used to induce vomiting. It was before medicine was really well understood, and it wasn't known that it actually hurt more than helped. People thought that when you got sick, you had some sort of ill humor inside you or something in your gastrointestinal system. Excellent.
I remember that.
You're good at that, bud.
Yeah, we used to.
Yeah, we had one.
Constantly.
Would anyone like to try the other one?
Rainbow one. Remember?
Yeah, from our niece birthday party.
Classic toys.
Ooh, now you're going fast.
So crazy.
What did he say the 3 different ones were called? Studebaker.
What did he say? Santa Fe, and then that was the Calistoga. They had to feed and water them.
Yeah.
On the trail.
All of the Native American food was gone. You know?
So with Scotts Bluff as our marker that we were at the border between the West and the Great Plains, it was time for us to turn around and head back west. We made a stop in Cheyenne, where we first visited the Messenger's Old West Museum.
lot of arrowheads.
Yeah.
Just for 2 days, so just let us know when you're done with it. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Man, look at all those horse collars. Oh, for the carriage? Wow. Look at that one. That's fancy. Huh? Yeah. All the mannequins.
There were some creepy things, like this horse-drawn hearse was on the creepy side. But there were also a lot of really neat old cars, including this Ford Model T Speedster, old Packards, some old Buicks, and even old Oldsmobiles. And there was plenty of taxidermy too. It wasn't so much a museum as a huge collection of unique old artifacts, including this stagecoach and this original horse-drawn tour wagon from Yellowstone.
Park transportation.
Well, it's really interesting. And then in 1916 was the only year that they had horse-drawn carriages and automobiles on the road, and an accident happened, and so they got rid of the horse-drawn carriages so that only automobiles could go through.
They should go back to the horse-drawn carriages.
They should make it more effective.
Look at all that barbed
Or
wire.
you might get robbed, and then you might do jig.
You might do that, right? And run off into the woods. That's so funny, Kira. Look at that, it's like a camper. It's got a bed in there and everything.
Okay, your son is itching to go.
Pretty cool. We've got a lot of stuff in here.
A lot.
We signed the guest book, and then we went across the street to this thrift store that, like the museum, was really just a warehouse full of stuff. Or in this case, junk. We then headed into the city past this old train, the Mighty Big Boy.
The mighty big boy.
Big train.
And past the historic governor's mansion. And this historic old housing district.
This is cute in here.
Yeah.
Then we drove past the Wyoming State Capitol building. Then it was back out onto Interstate 80, headed west to our next stop. The Abraham Lincoln Memorial. Okay, well, not the Lincoln Memorial, but this one between Cheyenne and Laramie, commemorating the 16th president, and the Lincoln Highway, Highway 80, that links the Pacific and the Atlantic. And conveniently located right nearby was City Campground, our stop for the night. Surrounded by a grove of aspen trees, there were plenty of little sites tucked away. But we picked a nice big open spot by a meadow so we could let the kitties explore a little bit and get some outdoor time. If I could please ask you to subscribe if you haven't to see all of our videos from this trip, and leave a comment as it really helps us out. As the sun set, we had some dinner, and then enjoyed a nice campfire.